Good morning and welcome to the daily news trends on SSiTV Africa. German researchers tackle viruses used to deliver COVID-19 vaccine to rare blood clot risk. German researchers on Wednesday said that based on laboratory research, they believe they have found the cause of the rare but serious blood clotting events among some people who received COVID-19 vaccines made by AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson. The researchers, in a study not yet reviewed by experts, said COVID-19 vaccines that employ adenovirus vectors, called viruses used to deliver vaccine material, send some of their payload into the nucleus of cells, where some of the instruction of making coronavirus proteins can be misread. The resulting proteins could potentially trigger blood clot disorders in a small number of recipients, they suggest. Post Office to close 130 offices across South Africa. The South African Post Office has confirmed that it is in the process of closing about 130 of its offices across the country, mainly due to financial challenges. It has told Parliament that delays to complete the process have been caused by the current contracts it has entered into with various landlords. Chief Executive Officer Nomkhita Mona says the majority of the earmarked offices have already been vacated. 8 killed by employee in California rail yard mass shooting. A public transit worker shot dead 8 people at a California rail yard on Wednesday before turning his gun on himself as police arrived, officials said, in the latest mass shooting to hit the United States. Multiple victims were also wounded in the attack at the train maintenance compound in San Jose, just south of San Francisco, which has once again shone a spotlight on the country's raging gun control debate. What the hell is wrong with us? And when are we going to come to grips with this? Said California Governor Gavin Newsom at a press conference where he praised the swift response of law enforcement. The city of Cape Town writes off 300 million rand debt owed by residents. The city of Cape Town has written off the debt of about 300 million rand in rates owed by residents. This was revealed during Mayor Dan Platter's budget speech tabled in the council. Platter says they will continue to assist residents affected by the COVID-19. He says as the impacts of the global COVID-19 pandemic continue to be felt by all, we have taken measures to provide relief to struggling residents as of 30 April 2021. We have written off outstanding debts of residents to the value of 295 million rand with a proposal of Thursday's council agenda to write off a further 4 billion rand in outstanding debt from residents from previous years. Japanese doctor warns holding games could lead to Olympic virus strain. The head of a Japanese doctor union on Thursday warned holding the Olympic Games in Tokyo this summer with tens of thousands of people gathering from around the world could lead to the development of a new Olympic strain of the coronavirus. Although Japan has repeatedly pledged to hold a safe and secure 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, after a year-long postponement, it is struggling to contain a fourth wave of the pandemic and preparing to extend a state of emergency that covers much of the country. Japanese officials, Olympics organizers, and the International Olympic Committee have all vowed that games will go ahead, albeit under strict virus prevention measures. Foreign spectators have already been banned, and a decision on domestic viewers is expected next month. But even with these steps in place, worries remain about the influx of athletes and officials into Japan, where the vaccine process remains glacially slow and just over 5% of the population have received inoculations. Zidane resigns as Real Madrid coach. Zinedine Zidane has resigned as Real Madrid manager with immediate effect, according to media reports, just days after the club were beaten to the La Liga title by Atletico Madrid. The Frenchman's reported departure comes at the end of a disappointing campaign for the 13-time European champions who also lost to Chelsea in the Champions League semi-finals as they failed to win a trophy for the first time in 11 seasons. Italian football journalist Fabrizio Romano broke what he called exclusive news in a tweet which was picked up by Spanish sports outlets including Madrid Sports, Daddy's Marker and AS, and the radio station Cadena Ser. An official announcement of this departure, said Romano, would be made in the next hours or days. Thank you for tuning in on the Daily News Trend.